Hello students, I am Om Prakash Chaudhary, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I will discuss about different techniques of drying. So firstly I discuss about sun drying. So what is sun drying technique and what is essential quality for sun drying? So sun drying to dry the in the sun hot dry day are best for drying vegetables and fruits, and a minimum temperature of 86 degree Fahrenheit is needed, with the higher temperature being better for sun drying. And it take several dry days for dry fruits out of doors because the weather is uncontrollable, and sun drying can be risky, and also the high humidity in the south is a problem for drying through sun techniques, and humidity level 60% below 60% is best for a sun drying process of fruits and vegetables. So second technique of drying is vacuum drying. So vacuum drying is an important process for heat sensitive material. The process of vacuum drying can be considered according to physical conditions used to add heat and remove water vapor. So low temperature can be used under vacuum for certain methods that might discolor or decompose at high temperature. It is considered too costly for large scale production of commodities. And third technique of drying is solar dryer. So recent efforts to improve on sun drying have leads to solar drying. Solar drying also uses the sun as the heat source. A foil surface inside the dehydrator helps to increase the temperature. Ventilation speeds up the drying time, and then shorter drying times reduce the risk of food spoilage or mold growth through solar drying. And the next technique of drying is freeze drying. So freeze drying is also known as cryodesiccation. So it is a dehydration process typically used to preserve a perishable materials to make their material to move convenient for transport. So freeze dryer works by freezing the materials and then reducing the surrounding pressures to allow the evaporation water and the material to sublimate directly from the solid phase to the gas phase. So next technique of drying is osmotic dehydration. So osmosis is known as a partial dehydration process, although it does not remove enough moisture to be considered as a direct product. The process the the process has the advantage of requiring little energy, and it works well as a pre-treatment prior to drying by the other methods. The advantage of osmotic dehydration is its lower energy use and low product thermal damage. Since low temperature use allow to energy use, lower product thermal damage. Since low temperature use allow the reduction of nutrients, and the main advantage of OD, osmosis dehydration, is the reduction of process temperature and sweeter taste of dehydrated product, and reduction of 20 to 30% energy consumptions and shorter drying time. So next technique of drying is oven drying. An oven is ideal for occasional drying of fruits, and it may not be satisfactory for preserving abundant garden produce. Oven drying is slower than dehydrators because does not have a built-in fan for air movement. However, since convection ovens do not have a fan, and it takes about 2 times longer to dry the fruits and vegetables in an oven than it does not in a dehydrator. Thus, the oven is not effective as a dehydrator and uses more energy. So next dehydration technique is dry dehydrator. tray dehyder. In tray, the fruits are spread out thinly, and heating may be by an air current sweeping across the trays by conduction from heat trays or heated shelves, which are tray lights. Mostly trays dry heated by air, which also remove moisture vapors. Now next drying technique is tunnel dryers. So these may be regarded as development of the tray dryer, in which the trays on the trolley moves through a tunnel where the heat is applied and the vapor removed. In most cases, air is used in tunnel drying, and the material can move through the dryers either parallel or counter current to the airflow. Sometimes the dryer are compartment and cross flow may also be used. So next technique of drying is roller or drum dryer. In roller and drum dryer, the fruits is spread over the surface of a heated drum, and the drum rotates with the food being applied to the drum at one part of the cycle. The food remains on the drum surface for the greater part of the rotations, and during which time the drying takes place and then scraped off. Drum drying may be regarded as conduction dryings. And next dryer is bean dryers. And in bean dryers, the food stuff is contaminated in a bean with a perforated bottom through which warm air is blown vertically upwards and passing through the material, and so it drying it. The next drying technique is belt dryers. The fruits is spread in a thin layer on a horizontal mesh or solid belt, and air passes through the over the materials. In most cases, the belt is moving through in some designs the belt is sanitary and the material is transported by scrapers. So some factors affecting the drying rates like temperature, velocity of air, and surface area and size of product, and tray load and relative humidity of air also affect drying techniques. So changing during drying, what changing of foods during drying are occurs. So food materials do not have perfect elasticity and water, and is no removed evenly throughout foods as it is dried cause shrinkage. Due to high surface temperature and unbalanced drying, dry skin will form a causage of hardening and enzymatic browning of products due to poor blanchings and loss of volatile flavor constituents and partial loss of some essential nutrients like vitamin C and other vitamins. And what is the benefits of so now I discuss what is benefits of dried fruits. So dried fruits are a good source of phytochemicals, and dried fruits are an important source of antioxidant in the diet, and such as plants provide pectin, a soluble fiber that may lower blood cholesterol. And dried fruits such as raisins are a source of prebiotic compounds in the diets. And dried apricots and peaches are the good source of carotenoid. So we are discussing drying techniques in this lectures. Different drying techniques of like sun drying, vacuum dryer, solar dryer, fridge dryer, osmotic dehydrations, oven dryers, tray dryers, tunnel dryers, and drum dryers, bean dryers, and belt dryers. So these are the different techniques of drying of fruits and vegetables. And drying is essential process for increasing the shelf life of fruits and vegetables. And different benefits of drying also explained in this lecture. and different factors affecting the dry rate like temperature, velocity, surface area, size of products, relative humidity, and benefits are tell about these lectures.